Features. Brought to you by the Gillette Safety Razor Company, maker of the 195 adjustable razor and the remarkable silver blue blade that gives all but unbelievable shaving comfort. Foamy, the cream of all instant lathers. And Right Guard, the new power spray deodorant for men. And by El Producto, the cigar with natural mildness. El Productos are made with special tobaccos that are aged for years, mellowed in wood, for natural mildness. Brother, you never had it so mild.
Welcome to the Fight of the Week. I'm Don Dunphy, your ringside commentator. The scene is Madison Square Garden, and the welterweight championship of the world is at stake tonight as Benny Kid Paret defends against Emile Griffith over 15 rounds or less. Paret took the title from Don Jordan in May of 1960, was knocked out by Griffith in 13 rounds last April, and regained it from Griffith on a close decision last September. The 25-year-old champion was born in Cuba but now lives in New York and has applied for U.S. citizenship. He has had 48 fights, winning 34, losing 11, and fighting 3 draws. He has scored 9 knockouts and was stopped himself 3 times. The 24-year-old Griffith is a native of the Virgin Islands but now lives in New York. In 31 fights, he has won 28 and lost 3 while scoring 10 KOs. He has never been stopped. The boys have 2 things in common. Each is 5 feet 7.5, and each is one of 8 children. At the New York Commission weigh-in today, Paret was 146 1/4, 3/4 of a pound lighter than the limit, while Griffith was surprisingly low at 144. In just a moment, we'll bring you the 15-round welterweight championship fight between Benny Kid Paret and Emile Griffith. Now let's get going up into the center of the ring and have the festivities started by our very good friend, Johnny Addy. Johnny's ready to take over.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to meet some of the boys. Here's the Argentine middleweight champion, Paret. The leading contender for lightweight championship honors, who will meet Joe Brown for the lightweight title on Saturday, April the 21st in Las Vegas, Nevada, Hollis Ortiz. Here's one of the greats, former lightweight and welterweight champion, Barney Ross. Ladies and gentlemen, from England, the welterweight champion of Great Britain, holder of the Lord Lonsdale belt, undefeated in 23 bouts, here to challenge the winner of tonight's fight. Let's give him a nice welcome. His name, Brian Curtis. Brian Curtis. 1 week from tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here in Madison Square Garden, let me call your attention to the semifinal. Return bout, Tony Fortunato and Gil Diaz. They will meet in the 10-rounder, and the feature attraction of 10 rounds, the most talked about fight of the year, the 2 hottest punchers in the middleweight division, Dick Tiger, the holder of the Great Britain middleweight championship, and his opponent, here he is, hard-hitting Henry Hank. Ladies and gentlemen, the organist Gladys Gooding, the vocalist Everett Morrison, and now our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what a bradley we hailed, and the twilight was gleaming, gold cross bright. bikes and the bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the rampart we watched, where so gallantly streaming, and rocket red blaze, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Ladies and gentlemen, main event. 15 rounds for the welterweight championship of the world at stake. Introducing from the Virgin Islands and New York City, wearing black trunks, weighing 144, the challenger, Emile Griffith. His opponent from Santa Clara, Cuba, wearing white trunks. He weighs 146 and a quarter. The welterweight king, Benny Kid Paret. 15 rounds for the welterweight championship of the world. Ruby Goldstein. The judges, ladies and gentlemen, is Tony Rossi and Frank Forbes. The timekeeper, George Bannon. Counting for the knockdowns, Johnny Colan. And your referee for the main event, Ruby Goldstein. Is there any question on your mind?
I had a structure to I will wait for
I will. Because this is a championship fight, you know we are waiving the 3 knockdowns in 1 round. We are waiving the mandatory 8 count. But I want you to remember, if a man scores a knockdown, he has to go to a neutral corner and say that until I told him to come out fighting. You shake hands now, not when you come out, and good luck to both of you.
Benny Kid Paret speaks very, very little English, but his manager, Manny Alfaro, speaks both Spanish and English. Of course, Emile Griffith speaks good English. The scoring here in New York is on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system if the rounds come out even on an official's card. And as Ruby has told you, there will be no 3 knockdown rule, no automatic 8 count. Round 1, scheduled for 15. Griffith in the black trunks, Paret in white. The third meeting of the two, they've each won 1. Welterweight championship at stake. Folks around the ringside here are very much surprised at the low weight which Griffith came in at, 144. He was 147 for their last title bout in September. Benny Kid Paret seems to be at a In his training, Griffith emphasized a quick sneak right hand. He just got one over, as you noticed. Paret's a bouncy fighter. Paret usually fights better when hurt or when he's backed against the ropes. Paret apparently trying to slow down Griffith, the faster of the two. Paret is working the body. Fighting tonight with 6-ounce gloves, championship style. go in round one. Paret was shaken by that right hand by Griffith, following the left hook. The milling is in Griffith's corner. Seconds to go in round one. There's the bell.
Turns.
Round two of a 15-rounder for the welterweight championship. Benny Kid Paret in the white trunks. He's the champion. Emile Griffith in the black is the challenger. Ruby Goldstein, the referee. Boy's getting a little rough on the inside, and Ruby cautions him against it. Paret may draw a warning in a moment. Has been relying on pot shots. Paret is keeping a more sustained attack. Round two about half over. Big crowd here in the Garden tonight. We haven't got the figures, but it's pretty large. Just about a minute left in round two. Griffith a little over anxious. Paret knows that and is trying to make him miss and counter. Griffith's maneuver didn't work to his satisfaction that time. Paret spun him. Judging from what we've seen so far, it looks as though Griffith is trying for a quick knockout, and Paret is hoping to win on a decision as he did the last time. There's the bell ending round two. Naturally, Paret will take a knockout if he can score one. In the corner of the champion is Johnny Sulo on the left-hand side. Behind the fighter, just not in the ropes, but leaning on the post there, is his manager, Manny Alfaro. Facing him is one of his trainers, Jose Terrera, and on the outside is Joe De Maria. There are four men in the corner of the champion. Meanwhile, on the challenger side of the ring, we have the ever-faithful three who have been with Emile Griffith throughout his career. Facing him is co-manager Gil Clancy. Leaning in from the right-hand side with the glasses, the milliner, Howard Albert, and the very experienced and true handler of fighters. He's out of the picture now. You can see his towel. Sid Martin is also in the picture. Coming up to round 3, Benny Kid Paret on his feet, wearing the white trunks. Emile Griffith still seated in black trunks. Scheduled for 15. Referee Ruby Goldstein. A light one below the right eye of Benny Kid Paret. He slipped as he delivered a punch that time. Now they're in Paret's corner. 've got to wonder about the fight that Paret had with Fulmer last December when he was knocked out in 10 rounds. 1 minute to go in round 3. You wonder just how much that fight might have taken out of Paret. But maybe it didn't take anything out of it. Fulmer knocked him out, you know. Griffith has scored heavily in this round. He won't let Paret out of that trap. Seconds to go in round 3. There's the bell. Round 4 coming up at Madison Square Garden. Emile Griffith, the black trunks, the challenger. Benny Kid Paret in white, the welterweight champion. Ruby Goldstein refereeing. Griffith had a pretty big round, the 3rd round. To Paret on the exchange. good game, hard fighter, and sometimes he appears hurt and really isn't. He's got great recuperative powers. Again bleeding from that scrape below the right eye. It's on the cheekbone. Nothing alarming at the moment. Paret seems to be in trouble, but he's a deceiving type fighter. Round 4 almost over. There's a bell ending round 4. It was another good one. Incidentally, last night, yours truly was the honorary referee at the Bengal bouts on the University of Notre Dame campus, attended by about 5,000 of the students. I want to thank one and all for their hospitality and the way they treated me out there last night. Here's something of interest to all sports fans. Saturday is Sports Day on ABC. The best in boxing and the best in bowling, both afternoon and night. Make That Stare follows the fight. Next Saturday, the Professional Bowlers Tour visits San Antonio, Texas for the Oak Hills Open, starting at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, ABC's Wide World of Sports features the NCAA Basketball Championship game from Freedom Hall, Louisville, Kentucky, between Ohio State and the Cincinnati Bearcats, a rematch of last year's title game. That's tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over ABC, America's #1 network for sports. The bell for round 5. Benny Kid Paret, the welterweight champion, white trunks. Emile Griffith, the challenger in black. Paret 146.25, Griffith 144. Welterweight limit 147. Griffith in September. Griffith had built up an early lead, as he seems to be doing tonight, but Paret came on at the end. Paret is hurt. A minute and 10 seconds to go in the round, but Paret gamely comes back. He wobbled for the fraction of a second. Minute to go in round 5.
Economy size 98 cents. Foamy with menthol, same price.
Coming up to round 6 for the welterweight title, the champion Benny Kid Paret in white, Emile Griffith, the challenger in black. Scheduled for 15. Griffith, who was slugging last round, is boxing in this round. Round 6 about half over. 30 seconds left here in this round. The first time I've seen him down in his own corner. The round is almost over. I don't think he knows where he is. The count is 8. He took a count of 8. There's the bell ending round 6, and they're still battling. There goes Griffith back to his corner. Paret caught him with a sneak right hand just when Griffith seemed to be having everything his own way. There's Gil Clancy working on him. I think he was out on his feet there for a moment. Sid Martin works on him from the left. Howie Albert looks on. That was a real surprise. Griffith seemed to be building up a pretty big lead. And it is fortunate for the challenger that the round was almost over. And unfortunate for the champion, Benny Kid Paret. It's quite possible that if there had been another minute or so to go, Paret might have scored a knockout. Griffith has never been knocked out, but he seemed to be out on his feet. They gave him the smelling salts. Gil Clancy trying to calm him down. They'll probably tell him to stay away. Here comes round 7. Boy, that changed things around in a hurry. Griffith seemed to be having everything his own way. There's Gil Clancy working on him. I think he was out on his feet there for a moment. Sid Martin works on him from the left. Howie Albert looks on. That was a real surprise. Griffith seemed to be building up a pretty big lead. And it is fortunate for the challenger that the round was almost over. And unfortunate for the champion, Benny Kid Paret. It's quite possible that if there had been another minute or so to go, Paret might have scored a knockout. Griffith has never been knocked out, but he seemed to be out on his feet. They gave him the smelling salts. Gil Clancy trying to calm him down. They'll probably tell him to stay away. Here comes round 7. Boy, that changed things around in a hurry. Paret is pretty tired himself. Now let's see, round 7. Paret in the white trunks, Griffith in the black. I believe that's the first time Griffith has ever been down. I'm not sure he has recovered from the effects of that punch yet. Griffith looks over at his corner. Now it's Paret trying for the knockout, and Griffith trying to stay in there and clear away the cobwebs. Left in round 7. So far in this round, Paret has not been able to take advantage of the big blow he scored last round. Both running into punches. Now Paret is wobbling. Paret is wobbling. 1 minute to go in round 7. They're both very, very tired at this point. You wonder how strong Griffith can be at 144 pounds. Griffith was wobbled again. 10 seconds to go in round 7. There's the bell.
All cigars. New Muriel Air Tips.
Coming up to round 8 of an exciting welterweight championship bout at Madison Square Garden. Benny Kid Paret, the champion in white trunks. Emile Griffith in black. Griffith was down for about a 7 or 8 count at the end of the 6th round, and both boys were staggered in the 7th. We've been advised by John Condon, the publicity director of the Garden, that Griffith was down once before in his 8th fight and got up to knock his opponent out. title bouts coming up. April 7th, Terry Downs and Paul Pender for the middleweight title in Boston. Boston blacked out. April 21st, Joe Brown defends the lightweight title against Carlos Ortiz in Las Vegas. Las Vegas blacked out. 1 minute to go in round 8. Boys have had a tendency to fight after the bell in recent rounds. See what happens here. There's the bell. Next Saturday, the fight of the week takes place here at Madison Square Garden. A 10-round middleweight bout between top contender Dick Tiger and slugging Henry Hank. 2 months ago, Tiger stopped hard-hitting Florentino Fernandez. Other recent victims include Hank Casey, Gene Armstrong, Spider Webb, and Billy Pickett. Victory over Hank should give Tiger a clear shot at Gene Fulmer's NBA middleweight title. He has won 44 out of 58, scoring 13 knockouts. Hank hits as hard as anyone in the middleweight division. 3 weeks ago, he knocked out Alan Harmon in 6 rounds. For an overall record, he has 52 wins in 69 fights, 36 by knockouts. Dick Tiger versus Henry Hank next Saturday on the Fight of the Week. Brought to you by the Gillette Safety Razor Company and by El Producto, America's largest selling quality cigar. Round 9, Benny Paret, the champion in white trunks. Emile Griffith, the challenger in black. The welterweight title at stake. And the issue in doubt at this moment. It's scheduled for 15 rounds. Griffith was down with about 15 seconds to go in the 6th round. Only knocked down to the fight. Griffith, however, seemed to have built up an early lead. And the scoring is on a rounds basis, so round 6 is just 1 round out of the many if it goes 15.
All right, come on, hold.
To go in round 9.
Blades.
Coming up to round 10 of a 15-rounder for the welterweight championship. Emile Griffith, the challenger, the black trunks. Benny Kid Paret, the champion in white. Goldstein warning Paret about an infraction. Paret is bleeding from the nose. He has scored the only knockdown of the fight, putting Griffith down in the 6th round, or 7 or 8. Two minutes left in this round. Now Paret has been rocked again. Paret about to go down. A minute and a half to go. Boy, that Paret's game. Griffith could punch himself out. A minute to go in the round. Griffith looking to shoot that overhand right again. Half a minute to go in the round. Almost over. Griffith can turn around and sit down in a moment. There's the bell. Let's go back to the corner with Paret and see how things are over there. It was rough going for the champion in round 10. He had rough going in round 5 and round 3 and round 1. But he scored a knockdown in the 6th round that almost won the fight for him. But he was unfortunate that there wasn't very much time left before the bell. Benny Kid Paret with 4 of his handlers, including his manager, Manny Alfaro. On the other side of the ring, Gil Clancy, the co-manager of Emile Griffith, is keeping up a steady stream of advice. I don't know if you can hear it. There's Gil. He's putting on a real show in there. He wants this one big. Listen to him. After that, Griffith will be happy to get back in the center of the ring with Paret. Here's round 11 of 15 rounder. Paret in white trunks, Griffith in black. Gentlemanly bit of a comeback, at least in the early part of this round. Griffith looking for a big opening. Round one. Over a big one as he did in round 6. 1 minute left in round 11.
Here's a smart...
Coming up to round 12. Paret, the champion, white trunks, Griffith in black, in case you joined us late. Griffith probably built up an early lead, that's our unofficial opinion, and then Paret almost knocked him out at the end of the 6th round. Since then, it's been kind of nip and tuck. Ruby Goldstein, the referee.
All right.
Both boys seem to be pacing themselves for what might be a furious finish. 2 minutes left in this round. Probably the tamest round of the entire fight. Not there. There's Paret was blocked again. Griffith blocked him. Paret against the ropes, almost helpless. A minute to go. And they're going to stop it. They're going to stop it as Paret sags to the canvas. Paret goes down from sheer exhaustion. Look at him there. As his head has put his mouthpiece out. Dr. Schiff is coming over to look at him. Paret has collapsed from exhaustion from that beating on the ropes. And Dr. Alexander Schiff of the commission is trying to get at him. The fight has been stopped, and the winner and new champion is Emile Griffith, but we're more concerned about the condition of Benny Kid Paret than we are about the title at the moment. We're going to have an interview with the winner. The time is 2:09 of this round. We'll have an interview with Emile Griffith as soon as we find out how Benny Kid Paret is.
The time, 2 minutes and 9 seconds of the 12th round. The winner by a knockout, and once again, welterweight champion of the world, Emile Griffith.
Griffith being announced as the welterweight champion. However, the story right now is Benny Kid Paret, as Griffith comes over to console with him, and Dr. Schiff works over him. Paret is stretched out in the corner just above us in a neutral corner. Dr. Alexander Schiff is working over him. Dr. Schiff, the commissioned doctor. Benny went down not from any one punch, but from an accumulation of punches. The gloves have been taken off him by Johnny Sula, one of his handlers. Benny has his eyes open now. Manny Alfaro, his manager, is talking to him. And that's Jose Terrera applying the water to him. Dr. Schiff says, let him alone. He'll probably be all right. No cause for excitement. Meanwhile, there are the happy handlers of Emile Griffith. Gil Clancy, his arm around him, and the other two. They are probably going to take Paret out on a stretcher. Dr. Kleinman is also in the ring. Benny is being placed on a stretcher. Dr. Schiff taking another look at him there. I'll say this, they don't come any gamer than Paret. Crowd is applauding Paret, a well-deserved tribute to a game little battler. We will have an interview with Emile Griffith as soon as things are clarified. We'll interview the winner, Emile Griffith, and also bring a videotape playback of the knockout in just a minute. Remember, ABC every Saturday night for the fight of the week.
Have you tried the new Gillette Super Blue Blade? No. What's it like? $0.99 or 15 for $1.
Here is Emile Griffith, the young man who has just regained the welterweight championship in an exciting fight with Benny Kid Paret, whom he dethroned. And now I want to congratulate you, Emile, but of course we're all holding our breath a little bit to see how Benny Kid Paret is.
Thank you very much, John. I'm very proud to be the welterweight champion again. And I hope Paret is feeling very good, which they won't let tell me how he feels.
Emile, I want you to take a look at our screen here, and we're going to replay the knockout in slow motion videotape. And I'd like you to sort of describe what happened, if you can remember. It was very exciting. It'll go there in just a moment now. There it is.
You want to
see what's happening? You want to get a little closer?
What you're doing? You're moving around. Well, I was moving away from him. I was trying to jab him away. I heard him in the last few rounds.
What you see there, Emile? What's what you got to describe? What you see in front of you? What you're doing right there?
Hey, what are you doing there? Ruby Goldstein's getting out of a clinch.
Well, I was punching more there.
Paret seems all right for the moment.
Yes.
I guess you're about to work him over to the ropes, aren't you?
Yes, I was trying to work to the body.
Now here you have him on the ropes. Now let's see what happens. Was it any one punch, do you remember?
No, it was a series of punches done it in the corner. After I heard he went through the rope, and I kept on punching. Paret is still a tough
He's a tough fighter.
He never lets up, to tell the truth.
Takes a lot longer in slow motion, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. But as you see, he kept on coming at me. And he was always a feint. I'll actually drop his right hand first before he started to punch. And you, Joe Clancy, always have to wake me up, I guess. He keep on telling me, come on, got to work fighting there. I have to win every round, he told me.
Well, it could have been close. This may be near it now, Emile. Are you trying to lure him into an opening there?
Yes, I was trying to get him to move, come to me. When he rushes at me, he don't know what to do when I step back.
Yeah, I think you hurt him with that right hand.
You hurt him a little bit right hand. Takes a long time in slow motion, Don.
This is real slow motion.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, why?
Before you go, I want to ask you about when he knocked you down in the 6th round. Here it's coming now. There it is.
One punch that hurt
That
him,
did
Don. Now
it.
he's
That
hurt.
did it.
That's over now. He's hurt now, see? Another one.
Right there, I heard him right there, and then I was punching inside. He told me whenever I punch, I must step back and get him in a...
That's beautiful camera work, isn't it?
Yeah,
Never do anything like that.
There it is.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
And that's just about it, Emile.
I keep on punching. The little bit serious one, he didn't go down, and I tried to get him again, but the referee pulled me back. He's a good fighter.
He's a good game fighter. Now, what happened in the 6th round when he knocked you down? I thought you'd build up an early lead. You ran into one.
So in the 4th round, 6th round,
over in your own corner, was near the bell.
In the 6th round when he hit me, I was going into him. He caught me, rushed into him, and hit me a flush punch.
You didn't seem to know where you were when you got up.
Yes, I knew when I got up, because when I got up, I got right up at the count of 8. And then the bell rang, and he rushed into me. So when he rushed into me, I clinched him and try and pull myself together.
Okay, thank you very much, Gil Clancy, and good luck to you. Emile Griffith, Gil Clancy, Sid Martin, Howie Albert. Good luck, Emile.
Thank
We'll
you.
be seeing you soon again.
I want to say hello to all my friends at the Concord, at the Concord Hotel.
Okay,
all my
wonderful
friends
to
up there.
happy
Very
for
nice.
you.
They were wonderful.
Good. That was Emile Griffith, who has just regained the welterweight championship of the world. Remember ABC every Saturday night for the fight of the week.